Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today is Warcraft Monday, and we have dealt with Noble 87's videos on Tyrande Whisperwind, and now we are heading off into Platinum WoW. And this time I decided I don't want to watch a video based on characters or any locationing area of World of Warcraft or any specific race. Today I want to focus on something different. So I had to start, looking up his channel, looking at the videos, and I found myself scrolling all the way down to 4 years ago when he was discussing about the vanilla WoW, vanilla classic World of Warcraft. And the first video I saw there was why I play vanilla WoW. The second one, Vanilla Flavors. I think that's a playlist. Vanilla Flavors, Shaman, Vanilla, WoW Classic Guide, and Vanilla Flavors, Druid, Vanilla, World of Warcraft Classic Guide. Yeah. So I've decided, let me react to these first 3 videos to see, the kind of person I'm dealing with here in terms of his World of Warcraft, expedition or excursion or playing his favorite game. I want to see what is so unique about this World of Warcraft experience in his eyes and his experience. So yeah, let's start with the first one, why I play vanilla WoW. 3, 2, 1, go.
Vanilla WoW, the granddaddy of the MMO genre. It's hailed as one of the best gaming experiences for many. I never got to.
Okay, I can definitely hear from his voice. This is like 4 years ago. I mean, really, like, when I hear his voice now in terms of his latest videos, really, you can hear the maturity and the confidence behind his voice. Right here, it sounds a bit shaky and a bit young, So yeah, really, he has grown with this channel. He has really grown with this channel. 4 years. Wow.
Experienced retail vanilla WoW since I started in Wrath of the Lich King, but after playing it for around a year and a half now, I can say it is one of my favorite versions of the game by far. Now before I start this video off, I'd like to say this isn't a Legion versus vanilla video. While I do have my gripes about the current state of the game, I don't feel like I have anything important to add that hasn't been said already. Now, whenever I tell people I play on a vanilla WoW server, I usually get the responses of,
"Why?
You're wasting your time."
Why are you playing the bad, old version of the game?"
But my favorite response I usually get is, So I'm making this video to show people why I love this version of the game so much, and why everyone should be excited to at least experience the official classic servers during launch.
I'm just wondering, do people still play the classic World of Warcraft? Is it still active, like the servers? Are they still active? Are there still a lot of people playing them? Or has it, quieted down over the years? I'm just wondering about that.
But enough of my rambling. Let's jump into some classic WoW. Reason number 1, the difficulty and sense of accomplishment. So it comes as no surprise that leveling, or really doing anything in vanilla, takes a long time. Like, a very long time. For most people, the average time it takes to get to level 60 while playing casually is around 2 months. Leveling up in vanilla...
2 months! 2 months! Guys, no. 2 months just to get to level 60. No, man. This game really is your life. When people say the World of Warcraft is your life, they really mean it. 2 months. Imagine.
Is a large part of the game. Your pathway to 60 is littered with little adventures, rare drops, and memorable moments. Moments like, when you first start questing and you get that green weapon, it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I finally got it! Or when you get your mount at level 40 and you've been waiting all this time and saving up all this money, and it's like, oh my god, I can travel anywhere I want. This is amazing. Or what about when you're finally done grinding and you're killing that last mob and you hit level 60 and then you realize, oh god, I just wasted 8 days of my life on some pointless game. What am I doing? Oh god. All jokes aside, the difficulty and the amount of time it needs to progress through vanilla really makes each accomplishment mean something, and you really start to grow attached to your character each step of the way.
And that's very important with a game, you know. As much as I might complain saying like 2 months is a pretty long time, but I think it's necessary, you know. You get attached to this character that you're creating. You're building a sort of love for this character, you know. You're seeing every day or every 2 weeks, you're just seeing it grow with level points higher and higher and higher until you get to the amount that you've always been, you know, targeting, like level 60. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that you're able to develop your character with such dedication. You know, instead of just buying your way there, shortcut, then you don't really have that connection with your character. You're just playing, really. Yeah.
Reason number 2, the world. While retail WoW is totally bigger in the current game, vanilla has this large sense of scale that I think has been lost after a couple of years.
Large sense of scale compared to the newer versions. Wow, interesting. Okay.
Maybe it's because you run slow, maybe it's because the view distance is shorter, but it always floors me how huge some of the zones really are.
Okay, now I know why you need a mount. Because that was not running, that was like jogging. Wow.
You can really feel this when you're traveling over the dunes of Tenaris or taking a boat from Menethil Harbor to Theramore. I think having the world only be 2 continents really helps the world feel more coherent and alive.
Did you see the map? That was a long time ago. I didn't even see Northrend at the north there, you know, and I didn't see Pandaria and the island of Zandalar, or was it Zandala or Zandalari? I forgot the name of the island that they're on, the trolls. And Kalteras, you know, and other smaller islands there. I just saw the 2 main continents. Yeah, this was definitely a very long time ago. Classic WoW.
I think only having ground mounts helps this too. While flying is a nice quality of life, I feel like you lose a lot of player interaction when passing people by and finding interesting events in your travels. Number 3, World PvP. Now before I start, I want to say one thing I hate about being on a PvP server, and it's the ganking. While I understand it's just a part of the game and I have to deal with it, I can't help but feel that when a level 60 runs up and one-shots me, it just feels like somebody told me, hey, stop playing the game and run across the zone for 5 minutes. But I deal with the ganking for those beautiful, memorable World PvP moments. I'm quite awful at PvP, but doing it as a group and clashing with other players of the opposing faction feels epic no matter where you are. Okay, so I'm gonna get really fanboy and preachy with you for a second. So I want you to look at this video.
The music edition is superb. Well done. It's so chaotic. Who's fighting who here? Like really, I wouldn't be able to tell who's my enemy and who's my ally here. But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Warcraft has always been about the Horde versus the Alliance, that constant struggle between factions, and only in vanilla can you really see this in its purest form with large-scale world PvP exactly like this.
I mean, it really looks like a battlefield. Everybody's fighting everybody here.
If you're a Warcraft fan and you don't think this is amazing, I don't know what's wrong with you. Faction pride is something that really reigns true in vanilla, and when you start making arch enemies with people of the opposing faction and grouping up with your fellow alliance or horde to take down enemy players, it is an amazing experience.
You know, when I see this, I just remember the Battle for Azeroth cinematic, with Sylvanas having the Horde and King Anduin having the Alliance, and you know, you just have your leaderships in the game talking like that, like Sylvanas and like Anduin, you know, saying for the Alliance, for the Horde, you know, and then I would see you guys fighting amongst each other. Oh, it would be so funny to watch.
Making a raid encounter, we sit down and constantly ask ourselves, what is each class doing right now? If I'm a druid, what am I doing? Am I healing? Is there something for me to hibernate? If I'm a rogue, am I going to get ripped apart by the AE? If I'm a warrior, am I single tanking this or off tanking? We have to ask ourselves, what is each class doing? We never want to approach a raid.
Number 4, the uniqueness of each class. In Vanilla WoW, each class is not just a different color of DPS, tank, or heals, it's a totally different experience. Each class has special abilities and features that is unique to them that no other class can achieve. Playing a priest? Well, you'll be the best healer in the game with unique spells like Mind Control and Shackle Undead. Playing a shaman? Be the ultimate support class with totems and one-shot alliance with Wind Fury. Playing a mage? Well, have no flaws whatsoever. While this version of the game has so much diversity, it still retains a general balance, and every class can have a role in a raid for what they bring to the table. So in short, I play on a private server right now because Vanilla WoW is a unique experience you can't find anywhere else. Once classic servers are released, I'll be one of the first in line to play them, and I hope fans young and old do the same as well. Vanilla WoW is not a version of the game everyone will love, but I think it's a version of the game everyone should experience as a Warcraft fan.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud, aerate it, warm it up, driving up that top note, that cream, pure vanilla, sweeteners. That's a 10.
So that's pretty much it. I could talk about a million other reasons why I love Classic WoW, but I think I'll stop it here. I'm planning to upload a lot on this channel, so subscribe for Classic related content like this. Thanks for watching.
That cream, that vanilla, you can taste it, you know. Oh, that was fun. That was really, really fun. Yeah. The classic WoW really does look like it was very fun, very enjoyable, and I think he's right that, you know, this is a game that I think any World of Warcraft fan should try at least once, you know, just to try and experience the old classic gaming environment, see how does it compare to the newer ones, and yeah, the PvP battles there looked amazing. They really did look amazing. All those players, it looks so chaotic. Like, honestly, I wouldn't even know who's my ally and who's my enemy in that kind of battlefield, but it looks amazing. Really, it looks amazing. Yes, guys, that was why I play Vanilla WoW by Platinum WoW. Now the next one is going to be Vanilla Flavors Shaman Vanilla World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft Classic Guide. Yeah, Class Guide. Sorry, I'm still thinking about vanilla. Delicious.
Hi, and welcome to the Shaman episode of Vanilla Flavors, where we take a quick look at each Vanilla WoW class.
What am I doing? Shaman is the ultimate support class with a few tricks up its sleeve. With an overwhelming arsenal of totems and some crazy burst in PvP, there's a little bit of something everybody will like about the
I don't know that dance move from this orc, because I've been watching dance performances from different World of Warcraft characters, and I don't remember the orc female in particular dancing like her. So yeah, that's interesting.
The Shaman. So let's see how these horrid warriors of the elements can support their bros while one-shotting some hoes. So the most efficient way to level as a Shaman is a hybrid enhancement sort of spec. You'll be relying on a shield and a quick main hand for those steady flame tongue procs and auto attacks. I am warning you though, this spec is extremely boring, but it is the most efficient. You can go a two-hander enhancement sort of spec, but you will have a bit more downtime. Shaman also gets Ghost Wolf, which is nice for traveling in the Barrens, and you also get Astral Recall, which is very useful for speeding up travel time while exploring Azeroth. How did Astral Recall take me? Wait a second. Wait, this isn't vanilla WoW. God, take me back. Take me back, please! Sadly, Shamans have the same fate as all the other hybrid classes in that you will usually be healing. Elemental is labeled as one of the F tier DPS when talking about raids. You'll need a whole bunch of consumables to keep up with everyone else, and even then you aren't really keeping up with anybody. You run out of mana crazy quickly, but you do have some bursts that can be helpful in dungeons.
And I'm sure, like, the elementals are powerful, so maybe that's why you require so much ingredients or medicines or mana to help you in terms of fighting. So yeah, maybe the reason why you need so much of it is because you're so powerful.
Enhancement Shamans are another sad tale in PvE. The only reason why you would bring one would be if they had a specific axe to buff casters in their raid. Thankfully their DPS is good enough though to bring along in 5-mans. Resto Shamans are quite good at healing though, especially raid healing. Your time as a Resto Shaman will usually be spent casting Chain Heal, and some more Chain Heal, and maybe some lesser healing waves here and there.
Okay, the Resto Shamans, interesting. Very interesting.
As a Resto Shaman, you have a unique opportunity to have a couple of different types of specs. This first spec here is best for general use, but you can also play a spec that caters towards the melee with your totems. The only problem is that this spec will pull a bit more threat. Oh man, does the Shaman class shine in PvP. Elemental is known for one thing, and one thing only, and it's the
burst, swag, burst, swag.
The spec
So what, burst is like a lightning attack?
is well known for this, and it's a force to be reckoned with in PvP. The spec can also do some pretty decent self-healing while in combat as well. With enhancement, you can strike fear into the heart of the Alliance with your nasty Wind Fury procs. The only problem with enhancement is that you kind of solely rely on your Wind Fury and critical strike procs. So the spec is really RNG based, but when you do get those crits, it's... oh my god. So when playing a Resto Shaman, don't be expecting to be one-shotting people like your other Shaman brothers. You're going to be playing that typical healer role, playing in the back, playing pretty defensively. And totems are a large part of your gameplay. In fact, any Shaman spec in PvP or PvE is going to be about totems, so let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, so the Resto Shamans are not really in the front lines. They're mostly at the back, making sure that the rest of the players are healed, that they have the stamina or they have the mana probably. I don't know what other form of healing does the Resto create really, because I can't. It can't just be healing, the HP points, right? It has to be other things that you're healing, like stamina or magic from your other players who are with you. So yeah.
As a Shaman, you have a million different types of totems. Some examples include, you have Earthbind totem, you have Stone Searing Magma totem, you have Wind Healing Stream totem, you have Mana Spec, you have Poison Air totem, you have Tremor totem, you have Wind Fury, you have Strength of the Earth Air totem, you have...
There's too many.
Frost resistance, fire resistance. You have totems from reducing melee damage to slowing enemies' speed to making classic servers release faster. Wait, no, that's not a totem. No, I wish. So the point I'm trying to make is, if you want to be considered a great player at this class, you're going to need to be very good at using your totems effectively. It's the most important part about this class, and I can't stress you enough how important it is to use these to your advantage. So for professions, I'd pick up blacksmithing and mining if you want to make some of the best two-handers for enhancement. I'd go with dragon scale leatherworking and skinning for if you want to make some decent pre-raid best in slot. And I'd pick up herbalism and alchemy if you're playing a resto spec, because you don't really have to kill anything.
Why is it only represented with orcs?
So to use your totem spells as a shaman, you need to do a quest to get a totem for that specific element. So for example, if you want to use a flame tongue totem, well then you're going to need a fire totem to use it. So the first shaman specific quest has you climbing the mountains and taking fat rips on a spiritual journey to get your first totem.
100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist.
You can have 4 totems of each element out at a time. So you can have a fire-based totem, a water-based, an air-based, and a rock-based. There's a sentry type of totem that you can use as a surveillance camera of sort. And I think that's pretty cool. I didn't even know this totem existed. And, yep. There's no joke here. I just thought it was cool, so...
That's it? That's all it does? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the Shaman class. I'd recommend this class for anybody that's looking to support their bros in an unlimited amount of ways. Somebody that's looking to one-shot some fools. Or somebody that's okay with healing in PvE.
One-shotting with the lightning attack, the burst as they call it. Okay.
I mean, you can DPS. I mean, I'm not really... I can't tell you what to do, but that's just what I'd recommend.
Hey guys, I want to say thank you so much for all the support that you've given me for my last couple of uploads. It means a lot to me, and I hope I can deliver content to you that you like just as much. So, subscribe if you want to see content similar to this. What sort of class do you want to see me review in the future? And you can also follow my Twitter, where I post reminders for my videos, behind-the-scenes stuff, and some crappy Vanilla WoW memes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, I'm shooting babies, cause they ain't got no voice. I'm a pro. I call this pro-choice.
Okay guys, that was Vanilla Flavors Shaman Vanilla World of Warcraft class guide. Yeah, I got to learn a bit more about the Shaman class in terms of, you know, it being a supportive role, not much of a front and center kind of attack role, you know, in PvP or in PvE. So yeah, really they're mainly there to support the rest of the group, giving them health, giving them any kind of elemental or enchanting ability for their weapons or for their own protection in terms of them being attacked, you know. And also they have a one-shot ability with burst lightning or any other form of attack that's, you know, a one-shot kill kind of situation. But mainly they are at the back, you know. I would say that they are the ones commanding the troops forward. I know I'm wrong, but you know, that's just how I feel, that the shamans are there to command everybody else to move forward. And if you guys need help, the shaman will help you out. Maybe, you know, if he's good, if she or he is good at becoming a shaman, then yeah, you'll be okay, hopefully. Okay, next one is going to be Vanilla Flavors Druid Vanilla World of Warcraft class guide. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, and welcome to Vanilla Flavors. In this series, we'll be taking a quick look at each Vanilla WoW class and seeing what they can bring to the table. In this episode, we'll be going over the Druid. So personally, I think Druids get a pretty bad rap in Vanilla WoW. Druids are one of the least played classes, and with somewhat good reason. The class in general is labeled as the Jack of all trades and the Master of none. So why should you play a Druid? Well, let's find out. Leveling as a Druid is actually one of the easier classes to level. There's little to no downtime when questing as a feral, and you can still heal dungeons if you'd like, just try and keep a cloth set in your bags. Having the mobility with travel form is also great before you get your mount. One of the personal reasons why I love leveling as a Druid is when the Horde try and gank me, I can just pop Nature's Grasp and run away, being the little bitch that I am. Stealth.
It reminds me of what's his name again? Malfurion Stormrage. I think he's also a druid, right? Yeah. So he also summons the vines and wood from underground just to capture the enemy and then drag them down into the earth and kill them that way. So I'm wondering, do the druids, as players, as you players, are you able to do something similar to what Malfurion is able to do? You know, summoning the wood to bring down your enemy underground. Hopefully.
This is also great for the same reason. Being able to sneak around in highly contested zones will save you a couple of corpse runs. Druid can cover all roles in vanilla WoW like they do now. The only problem is that they're not the best compared to other classes. Do you want to heal? Well, you can get through dungeons with relative ease, but you are lacking a res, and a priest or a paladin, or even a shaman, will probably have a better time healing than you do. Do you want a tank? Well, druids can be pretty decent for AoE pulls in dungeons because of swipe, and they have quite a large health pool, but good luck having the survivability to tank in raids. So warriors are still the ultimate tanks. How about balance? Well, they call them Oomkins for a reason. After a couple of casts, you'll be resorting to meleeing the boss, so if you want to do decent DPS, you're going to have to go above and beyond the Call of Duty. In the end though, mages will still do more damage. Do you want to play Feral? Well, they can be alright on the damage meters, but you have one of the most convoluted rotations that relies on form swapping. Keep in mind, rogues will still be doing more damage than you with half the effort. So you ask yourself why? Why would I want to play a druid? And the reason to play them is something that you cannot see on the damage or healing meters. From hopping in the bear form to pull off some mobs off your tank, to battle resing your healer, to keeping mobs entangled, Druid can bring a lot to the table with their utility, and they can be pretty flexible in sticky situations. 90% of the time.
Definitely a jack of all trades, but a master of none. But still, quite interesting to see how this class is able to, it's adaptable, I should say. It's very adaptable to almost any situation. So at least you're not a one-trick pony. You're able to do other things as well, just in case if you are needed to do something different in a particular kind of situation. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
You'll be seeing rested druids in serious raids, but every now and then you might see a feral DPS in a group. If you aren't really into min-maxing and doing everything in your power to be the best DPS druid, I would not suggest druid as a DPS class for PvE. So druids are one of the harder classes to PvP as. You'll be needing to do lots of form swapping to stun enemies as a bear, apply bleeds as a kitty, throw up dots out of form, and so on. Druids can really be a beast in PvP because of their ability to mold to any situation, just like in PvE. Feral druids can be quite nasty to deal with. They don't do as much damage or stun potential as rogues, but they can heal themselves and close gaps fast with travel or kitty form. Balanced druids are a whole nother story in PvP. With the appropriate gear, they can be crit starfall casting monsters. Sadly, Moonkin form is rarely used because of other talents that provide better benefits. Resto druids can be one of the more slippery healers to kill in PvP. With things like Nature's Grasp, Travel Form, Hibernate, and Stealth and Kitty form, killing them can be a real son of a bitch. Resto druids are considered the ultimate flag carriers in Warsong Gulch because of how difficult it is to really stop them in their tracks. Also, please note that there's a gazillion different ways to spec as a druid. All of these are just a few builds that go deep into their respective trees.
I would assume that you have more variety, in terms of choosing your specs in this class compared to all the other ones. Because all the other ones are like one-trick ponies, and the druid class, it's not really like it has the best of both worlds probably from all the other classes. So you have more variety in choosing how you want to create your character in a specific kind of way. So yeah, more choices can also be a very good thing, so yeah, I like it.
So for professions, I'll keep this short. Leatherworking and skinning if you want to craft some of your pre-raid best in slot. If you're rolling a resto druid, I would prefer herbalism or alchemy because you don't need to kill mobs for regions. You can go leatherworking and skinning, you're just going to be killing mobs pretty slowly. So all classes in Vanilla WoW have weird quirks about them, but I think Druid probably has the weirdest. So as a Druid, you probably get the best class quests in my opinion. Getting your bear form is an iconic moment, and getting your aquatic form will make you want to pull your hair out. In a good way, I guess. Druids can hibernate other Druids since they are classified as beasts. Druids are also the only class with battle res. In fact, it's your only res, so if you're a healer and don't have a priest, shaman, or paladin in your group, whoever dies will probably have to walk all the way back. You also can't use entangling roots indoors. I still don't know why this is a game mechanic. I mean, look, there's roots right there, but you can't use entangling roots indoors? I mean, that makes no sense. There's roots right there. Why can't I just use the spell that makes... Druids also get their own zone called Moonglade, which is cool, I guess. I mean, not much really goes on here.
It's a place for rest and contemplation, not parties. Okay? You're a druid. You're meant to be sleeping most of the time. Ask Malfurion. That's what druids do. They sleep.
While recording, these Shade guys ran through the town and killed all the guards. Apparently this is an AQ event, and now the town is even more dead. So that's great, I guess. So when you're in an animal form, you can't talk to NPCs, and you can't cast spells that can't be used in that form. So you'll need to manually swap out of the form to cast spells or talk to NPCs. I strongly suggest getting the add-on called Easy Dismount, so when you try and talk to an NPC or cast a spell you can't use in kitty form, it will automatically take you out of that form. So that's pretty much it for the Druid. I'd recommend this class for anybody that's looking to be the Swiss Army knife of utility for their group, have a complicated yet rewarding PvP class, or just be somebody that wants to push Vanilla WoW to its limits when playing a DPS. Hey, so thanks for stopping by and seeing what the Druid is all about. I'm planning to make a lot more guides for each class, so subscribe and let me know which class you want to be reviewed next. I also have a Twitter where I post reminders for my videos and shitty Vanilla WoW memes, so you can follow that if you'd like. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, that was the Vanilla Flavor Druid Vanilla World of Warcraft class guide. Made by Platinum WoW. Yes, the Druid class really is, you know, a jack of all trades, and maybe people just don't like that. You know, they like certainty. They like to be stuck in one conformity. You know, they would rather be a warrior or be another specific class that is specifically doing a job that is required of it, you know, and not someone that is able to do all of the responsibilities and not really be proficient in it, but then able to achieve that certain objective as a druid, you know. And yeah, maybe people just don't like that. They want that kind of certainty to be said that, okay, I'm a warrior. I'm always going to be a warrior. I'm not going to be using magic. I'm not going to be doing this or doing that. I'm a warrior, you know. They'd rather be stuck in that kind of identity or position. So yeah, yes, the druids may not be the most powerful. They may not be the most proficient in magic. They may not be the most powerful characters in terms of wielding, you know, weapons of ultimate devastation, but they are adaptable. I think druids are adaptable, and the fact that they use, can I say wood style? Because I'm thinking about Naruto right now, you know, wood style non-jutsu. So yeah, they can use the vines from the earth and, you know, trap an enemy, and then they, you know, reorganize themselves or get something else to attack the enemy in the meantime. So definitely being able to use the vines or the wood or the branches from trees as your allies, that's still very cool, because really it even reminds me of what Malfurion Stormrage could do in, what was it, the Battle for Azeroth cinematic. I forgot which one it was about. I'm just trying to remember right now. But it has to do with Teldrassil, you know, after the destruction of the tree, Malfurion and Tyrande were getting revenge on the Horde, and, you know, Malfurion was using his magic, capturing one of these orcs and then pulling him down into the earth. Oh, it was so amazing. So if you can do that as a player, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Okay, yeah. Guys, that's it for today with Platinum WoW. I'm going to watch the other vanilla flavor videos later on, during the weeks that are gonna come by. So next week, Monday, I'm gonna be continuing on with vanilla flavors. There's still about 7 videos, I think, 7 or 6 videos left on the playlist. So then I'll be checking on those videos and I'll be reacting to them as well. And yeah, it was really good, really good. The reason why he still plays vanilla WoW, the Shaman and as well as the Druid. Yeah, very good, very good. Guys, that's it. If you like the video, please give me a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you're to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you next time. Okay?